Hola guys, Deja Perez back with, I guess technically not really another edition of What's Poppin' the podcast, but we can kind of call it the same. It's 93.9 WKYS and I am joined by Miss Elle Varner. Hi.
Hi, how are you? Good.
So about 2 years ago, you were a part of Raheem DeVaugh's Christmas concert that he does every single year, and you had some amazing music, and I had asked you about it at the time. Let's talk about the music. Where are we going? What are we doing?
It's funny because I've probably played like several albums worth of music live in these last couple of years.
Okay.
We're gonna keep it 100 today.
Please and thank you.
Some of it makes it, some of it doesn't. There's all kinds of things, you know. Sometimes the producer doesn't work out. Sometimes the song, like people hear the finished product, but the music industry is complicated.
Yeah.
It's a lot that goes into it.
So let's talk about what your process is when you've given us albums, right? And you've given us albums that haven't been released because of what this whole process is. So what is your writing process?
My writing process, sometimes I have to dig really deep. Sometimes I have to go to uncomfortable places. But sometimes I'm just like, you know what? The good thing is I have a strong imagination.
Okay.
So I will make, don't put me on the spot, but I can probably make up a song about anything.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like a challenge, but we'll come back to that.
We'll go back to it. I'll try. Hey.
Okay, sounds
if
good.
First you don't succeed.
So at what point, because you've been in this game for a minute, at what point did you know that this was what you wanted to do?
Since I was a child.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, there was a point where I wasn't all the way sure. It was like one of those intangible, yeah, that's a dream, but...
Like being president or something?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But there are presidents. It does happen.
It does. And look at you.
Yeah.
So what can you, there are a lot of, you're extremely talented, but there are, people that are up and coming that see your grind, but they only see the highlights, if you will.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
What kind of advice would you give to someone who is on the come up, but they keep getting knocked off, right? Or they keep getting knocked down whenever they have these opportunities. And obviously you've persevered despite adversities. So what kind of advice would you give to them?
Well, perseverance, mental stability is really important. It took me a couple of years to remember, because I have this picture of me running track.
Okay.
I was probably 9, and I'm so into it, I lost every race.
Really?
Horrible. It took me 20 minutes to run a mile.
Okay.
That picture and all my 9th place medals that I found in my mom's attic reminded me that just because I knew I probably wasn't gonna win, but it didn't stop me from trying as though it was. I still tried as though it was possible.
Okay.
And that's important. It's winning is great, but you don't always win. You have to learn. You have to know how to face adversity and not give up on yourself. A lot of people, I didn't have everyone, I wasn't the popular kid that everyone's yo, you're going to the league, oh my God. It was yeah. Go somewhere with your outfit, no one gets you, you're weird. And I was you don't like it?
But I put it together myself.
And there comes this point for all the artists out there, it's really about you, what you say you're gonna do, and that's it. You might be the only one, but I'm telling you, if you believe in yourself and you're performing and maybe there's 5 people in the audience, you can win those 5 people over with some confidence.
Okay.
They don't have to know your songs. They don't have to know you. Just find the joy and the passion for it and keep going. And this is the key thing. You have to be prepared for opportunities when they come. You can't wait for the opportunities to come. And I'll be honest, like, I have to tell myself this sometimes. Like, sometimes I get so, I'm like, oh yeah, I can sing. But then, like, even today, I've been up since 5 a.m. Like, you know, it's something that you have to be conditioned and you have to be ready. It's grueling sometimes.
A lot of times, I feel like a lot of times.
Yeah, I don't know how y'all do it.
I really don't know either. Like,
Y'all always like, and today we're just chipper and
happy and
yeah.
because I legit was like taking a nap on here when she walked in. So
But
yeah.
I don't, shout out to you guys with them voices.
Aw.
That just, no, it's really special.
Thank you. So I want to ask, because I feel like we live in this world with social media, right? And people are mean, right? Like, it's a real thing. So how are you able to, like, do you disconnect? Do you hop off social media? Do you clap back? Like, how do you handle all of that?
I almost never clap back.
Okay. Are you a clapbacker in person, or it's just not really who you are?
Oh yeah, but I'm really about that life, so.
Okay.
And I got things like I gotta protect certain things. I'm not trying to. You ain't worth it. They're not worth it. So I've been lucky to be in situations and it worked out okay. But you know, when you have more to lose, you gotta, and we all have something to lose.
We all do.
I mean, it's not easy, okay? It's very satisfying in the moment to be like.
At least you're honest. Right.
But what will really mess someone up is if you're like,
Unbothered?
oh, sorry. No. But so I try to not feed into that because that's what they want.
Yeah, that's
they
true.
Want a reaction.
That's true.
They want a reaction, and as far as like the mean stuff, it's like it's just so mean.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Yeah.
People just say, they don't think about it. They just
Right. Or the consequences of things they say. Yeah, it's amazing.
You know, it's human nature. We're all judgmental. We all make our comments. It's life. We have to talk about it, but sometimes you gotta really be like, really?
Like, have a filter.
Yeah, have a filter.
Yeah, I'm here for that. Okay, so do we have a date for a new album?
May.
Yes.
No, it's actually right around the corner.
That is around the corner. That's exciting. What's the name of the album?
Elevation.
Yes. How many tracks is on Elevation?
10.
Okay.
But then there's another one coming out right after.
Oh, okay. You fancy. You just give us a little drought, then you give us a little flood.
Hey, I like that. Yes.
I am here for all of that. So how much creative control do you have over like videos or your image or things like that?
Pretty much complete.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's different. But it's awesome, and it's all about being a boss and stepping into that power and not being afraid to make decisions and be firm and have the freedom. Like, that's a blessing.
Absolutely.
You know, historically, artists, you're a machine.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You're a product. Now, in 2019, artists have a lot more control and a lot more say and access to the fans. So now it's like, I'm always trying to remember, like, my 16-year-old self. Like, what would she want to do? And just have fun with it.
Nice. So what is when you're stressed out at the world, your ex's whatever, or your current whatever, you're just like, what is your, like, decompress? Like, what does that look like for you?
I think I really need to take more time for myself. Like, I haven't been on vacation since 2013.
Yikes. Clutches pearls. Yikes.
Yeah. Because I'll be honest, I'm obsessed. Like, I'm one of those, like,
At least you own it.
it's not good enough. It's not gonna, like,
Is it ever good enough?
no. but I, in a way, and I believe this is God's way of slowing me down so that I can actually acknowledge I'm a person, I have a life. This is not my entire life. I matter.
Absolutely, yes.
Like, in a lot of ways, I would, Elle Varner, you could easily hide behind an image or an artistry and really suffer behind it. Not to say that I was suffering, but I think that this has the slowing down has forced me to confront my true self, and
It's very enlightened.
it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable.
It's okay. Growing and changing is uncomfortable. It's a process.
It is.
So it's all good.
Hopefully I get on my Oprah in the next couple years.
Hey, join the club on that one, sister girl. I'm here for all of that. So I did want to say thank you because I know you blessed us with a performance at our Urban One Honors, which recently aired on TV One. Thank you so much for that. But before I let you go, because I know you're tired and busy and all those things, I do this entertainment report called What's Poppin', right?
Okay.
But basically, right now, we're going to do What's Poppin' with Elle Varner. So it's kind of like, you ever watch The Family Feud?
Yeah.
You know how they all, like, say fast, rapid-fire questions at the end and you got to give the answer? All right, Elle Varner, let's go. It's not hard, I promise.
Okay.
What's your favorite color?
Pink.
What's your favorite beverage?
Water.
Favorite movie?
The Count of Monte Cristo.
Really? Okay. What is your favorite song of all time? Not necessarily yours, just song of all time. Ooh, have we stumped her?
I Can't Make You Love Me, Bonnie Raitt.
Really? Okay. Favorite song to perform?
I don't care.
Yay, love that. Favorite food to sit and veg out and watch a movie with?
Oh, probably Mexican food.
Mexican food, really? Okay, let me find one more. Favorite sport?
Oh, basketball.
Okay. One more. If you could do a duet with anyone, alive or still living, who would that be?
Marvin Gaye.
Nice. Are you gonna go to his play?
You said alive?
Or no, either. I said alive. I said either. Yeah. You know, he has a play about his life. It's I want to say it's somebody's theater in DC, and that's terrible that I should know. But I think it opens in May.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely going.
Yay! Okay, I feel like I need one more. What's your favorite flower?
Orchid.
Okay, that's What's Poppin' with Elle Varner. Thank you so much. Please give everyone your social media so they can follow you.
Elle Varner, Twitter, Insta, ellevarner.com. I'm gonna have some merch soon. Look at me.
Brand new album in May, and you'll be back for that, I assume.
Yes.
Here for all of that. Yay! Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us for another edition. It's 93.9 WKYS.